Test. I don't need to be that close. Well, I do. I need to hit the keyboard, don't I? Let's. Scooch up a second. And this is a lesson for anybody who wants to try to record themselves doing something of what they believe is of great import. I just was looking at the Genesis materials page. I got some orders in, so I wanted to check out. Let's go back. Wait a second. So I wanted to check out the customers. I wanted to see, how will I go ahead now that I have a couple orders in there, and I've been kind of exploring, how to put out content. And what I've noticed people have been looking at from Nebraska and California have been some of the, I think they were like workshops that I had advertised. So that doesn't really work out for a long. Originally, when I'd done that, I'd put those out kind of thinking about local as opposed to online, but I certainly want to offer online. I didn't expect that to be the first step, though. So what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and reach out to the people that have ordered those things and just offer up an online, couple week session or however we want to do that. But what was cool about it, I was trying to figure out a way to filter. And when I went up to there's a filter section, but I'm not sure exactly how this came up when I first looked at it. Now it seems to be there by default. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. So if you come in here, this is I'm in Shopify. On your customer section, you got 13 customers. I've got 13 customers. Woo! And if I wanted to add a filter to narrow down like what customers I want to see, because my thought process is I want to send an email out to everybody that's ordered something and offer up this online course type thing. And so I clicked on the add filter, and then I noticed that what this is, if you're not familiar, is SQL. This block up here, it's code, SQL code. SQL structured query language, I believe it's called. That is what I did in my working career when I worked for enterprise companies. And it's just a way to read a database. And we can go through like a whole class because it's actually it's fascinating for me. I'm into data, but it's really helpful for anybody who's trying to organize things or work with large amounts of information like a customer database. This is a prime example. What's cool about this is typically when you see filters, they're just kind of click and select something, and that's what this is. You select what you want to do, but what you see customer underscore email underscore domain, customer underscore language. So you can set these filters, and what these are all columns in the database. So there's a column called amount spent. There's a column called abandoned checkout date. Column called products purchased. And it looks like they've got them categorized in this by type. So that looks like customer type. Communication type, maybe it's email, maybe it's specifically email type, product type, that little tag there. Yeah, so this has got to be like, so this is specific SMS type. That's interesting. What's this one? Checkout, amount spent, number of orders. So these have to be orders type, I guess. But what that does is that's just an example of like how everything's broken down, just kind of showing you that. So what this code is saying, it's saying from the customers table. So there's a table called customers in this database of Shopify stuff. Show, which in this is a type of SQL. I'm not sure what language. Let's find out. So SQL has variations. You could use T-SQL, which is your Microsoft stuff, or pSQL, I think, is one. And then you get into all kinds of different things that come up with their own names. Spotify may be one of them. So let's look at that. Spotify. Nope. Shopify SQL language. So if we look up Shopify SQL language, ShopifyQL is what they call it. So if we look at ShopifyQL, ShopifyQL is, or ShopifyQL, however you want to pronounce it, is Shopify's query language built for commerce. QL notebooks. I don't even know what. Okay, we don't have a notebooks app to use, but that was there apparently. So anyway, the difference between so here from table name, show, column 2. So the difference between this and T-SQL, for example, instead of you'd have the same from table name, and then instead of show, it's select. So that's an example of what a difference can be, and there would be other differences that are probably more that are definitely more nuanced, that make switching between languages a little bit complicated sometimes, but overall it's generally the same approach. Very logic based, very if this then that type thing. It's very straightforward. But anyway, so we can go in here though and modify the code however we want. It looks like we've got templates over here that we can use. So if you don't know SQL or ShopifyQL, you can certainly use a template. So engage first-time customers, engage high-value customers. So I want to do what I was looking for specifically was customers. Well, I wanted to order it by. No, I wanted to select customers like with that had ordered within the past week or so, as an example. And I don't see that. Maybe nope. First-time customers might be where we would start. So subscribers who opened or clicked on emails often recently but didn't make a purchase. So this kind of gives you some guidelines on it. And this is the, is this the whole thing? Oh, so this changes the where clause. So where email subscription status is subscribed. So we're only looking for subscribed members. So it would be these ones in green. And we wouldn't be looking at these. So I'd want to get rid of that because I just want everybody. And then Shopify open matches count equals less than or equal to 3, and the date is less than 90 days. So that's what I'd want to do. Something like I'd want to do less than however many days I wanted to do. And that gives me that time frame. What would I say, a week? So 7 days. I'd change that to greater than or equals 7 days. Greater than or equal to minus 7 days. Yeah. Or I could change that to say less than or equal to 7 days. That gets into some logic that's really for if I do a class, and I will if you guys want to. Okay, and it looks like they've got they got a couple queries in here for that. So that's cool. What I'd want to do here, and I don't think I'm going to mess around with it too much right now because, well, maybe I will. I got a little bit of time. So let's do that. Where, last, can I type in? Yeah, last order date is greater than or equal to, yep, there we go, 7 days ago. Sweet. And it's got a lot of, like automatic, what do you call that? Whatever it's called, where it automatically pops up for you. So that's pretty sweet. And then you can add other filters, but that's all I want right now. Run it, and then we hit run, and then there we go. So we've only got the 3 whose order was placed in the last 7 days, and we can change that to, I can just type it in here, I assume. 114, yeah. If I change that to, oops. Get out of there. Then we'll hit enter. There. And now I've got the ones that were entered in the last 2 weeks, which is about everybody. And then I can update that to 90, which should give me everybody. Well, no. I think there were people that came through before that. But, yeah. That's that. I thought it was cool. Thought I'd share. And now I'll go back to other stuff.